You might feel the urge to click away from this video, because deep down, you already sense the truth I'm about to reveal. It's not a loud, dramatic truth. It's quiet, personal, and painfully familiar. It's something you felt in your gut but never fully put into words. Every man who's ever been overlooked, taken for granted, or used by a woman he gave his whole heart to, knows this moment. The cold realization that no matter how much he gave, how loyal he stayed, how present and committed he was, she simply didn't value it. She didn't value him. But here's the part no one talks about. A woman who doesn't value you isn't afraid of losing you until you do the one thing that changes everything. And it's not begging. It's not arguing. It's not trying to make her understand. It's becoming the kind of man she can't reach anymore, even if she tried. This isn't about revenge. It's not about playing games. This is about reclaiming your power, not the loud, arrogant kind, but the quiet, stoic kind that forces her to regret ever underestimating your worth. I'm going to walk you through exactly what hurts a woman most, when she realizes she no longer has access to the man she once treated like an option. Let's begin. Oh, and before we dive in, I've got something for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It unlocks powerful insights into how women think and what truly captivates them. Grab it now. Links in the description or pinned comment. 1. When you stop explaining yourself. Here's the truth most men never hear. A woman who doesn't value you will rarely admit she's wrong. She'll twist your words, rewrite the past, and somehow make you the one always apologizing, even when all you did was care too much. She wants your attention, your energy, your forgiveness. But when you stop explaining yourself, that's when it hits. That stillness, that calm, that silence after she throws her usual storm of guilt and drama. Because the man who stops explaining has stopped trying. He's no longer defending himself to someone who already made up her mind. He's done, and that silence, it burns louder than any argument. Because when you stop trying to prove your worth, she starts questioning her own judgment. Too late. 2. When you choose peace. Over her chaos, you used to respond instantly. Cancel plans. Explain your feelings over and over. You thought being available meant being loving. Then one day, it changed. You started saying, "I've got plans. I'm not okay with that." You stopped chasing. And suddenly, she panicked. Because women who don't value you thrive off your emotional chaos. The moment you get calm, they lose control. When you start walking away mid-argument, stop letting her moods define your worth. She feels it. The emptiness, the loss of control. You didn't get colder. You got clearer. And nothing hurts more than knowing the man she toyed with has finally chosen himself. 3. When you stop competing for her time. At first, you were the one always reaching out, planning dates, trying to stay on her radar. She made you feel like her time was a prize you had to earn. And for a while, you played along. Until you didn't. You stopped checking in. You stopped reacting to every post. And now, the silence where your attention used to be, it echoes. She notices. Because the one man she overlooked suddenly isn't chasing anymore. And the questions start flooding in. Why isn't he trying? Who's he with now? But you're not doing it to punish her. You're done begging for basic effort. And when you stop competing for her, she's left comparing your absence to every man she thought was better. Spoiler, they're not. But now, you're too far gone for her to fix it. 4. When you stop reacting to her mixed signals. She loved the game. Late replies, hot and cold moods, sweet words followed by silence. And you? You stayed confused, trying to decode it all. Double texting, overthinking, until you just stopped reacting. You stopped chasing clarity and started creating distance. You didn't question her silence. You didn't try to fix what was never real. You just got still. And that stillness? It shattered the illusion. Because women who don't value you rely on your emotional response to feel powerful. When you no longer flinch, chase, or wonder, she realizes the game's over. And she lost. 5. When you start smiling without her. This one cuts deep. You used to orbit around her. Your joy was tied to her presence. Then it changed. You found your peace, your people, your purpose, and suddenly you're smiling in photos she's not part of. You're glowing, and she's not the reason. That's when it hits her. You're not broken. You're better without her. And the man she once ignored? He's living like she never mattered. That's what hurts the most. This message is for men who see more, speak less, and move with purpose. If you've ever pulled away and felt your value rise the moment you stopped trying, drop the word silence in the ah